Hello everybody, greetings from Da Nang in Vietnam.
Since I moved to Vietnam from Thailand, many of my friends have asked me how prices compare between the two countries. So I thought I'd do a roundup of the cost of core goods at the supermarket in Vietnam. I'll also compare them to the cost back home in the UK and for good measure back in the United States. I try to keep things as similar as possible, but I'm not going to mess about and calculate imperial to the exact gram. For cereal products, there is very little difference in price between Thailand and Vietnam, but at $27, the US is 80% more expensive than in Vietnam and Thailand. For dairy products, Vietnamese prices are about 22% cheaper than in the UK and 42% cheaper than in Thailand. Fruit and veg is much cheaper in the markets in Southeast Asia, but in the supermarket, goods are about 15% cheaper than in the UK, and as for the USA, prices are 66% more expensive. Again, the prices of meat and fish are very similar in Thailand and Vietnam. Prices are about 70% more expensive in the UK and double the price in the USA. Overall, for food shopping, Vietnam came out on top, costing about 11% less than similar products in Thailand. This was mainly down to the cost of dairy products. Food in the UK is about 43% more expensive than in Vietnam, and in the USA food costs about 85% more. For household and toiletries, Thailand and the UK had similar prices, being about 30% more expensive than similar goods in Vietnam. At just over $47, the US is about 80% more expensive than the $26 you pay for these household goods in Vietnam. Vietnam came out the cheapest for the overall shop. At $105, this is about 14% cheaper than Thailand's cost of $120, 41% less than the UK's $148. As for the USA, this shop is 84% more expensive than Vietnam and 60% more than the cost of similar goods in Thailand. As you can see, both Thailand and Vietnam are good value for money, and for most people an extra $15 or so on their shopping isn't going to be much of a deciding factor on their retirement plans. Thank you for your time. If you find videos like this useful, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. And you may also enjoy my other video that takes a look at how cheap it is to eat out in Vietnam.